we'll probably have him come over here on Sunday or something like that and swap intakes. Man, we need an air conditioner in here. $115.
I was thinking that we just plug in a big old fan.
Well, that's what we're gonna buy. Get in there. Let's go ahead and get the intake over here. It's good and clean, ready to go?
Yep.
I cleaned it.
You just out to get me, dude.
It's easy. I'm sorry. You make fun.
Those bolts don't have a bottom in them. They go all the way through. And if you don't have a little bit of silicone on the thread, you can seep some oil. So on the 8 inner ones, I like to put just a little tad of silicone on the threads. I talked to David about it and made sure that he agreed with me. I said, well, that's the way I've always done it. And he said, well, if you want to do it that way, that's fine.
So
Get on that
another
side.
one.
Put that in here.
You know.
Let me get the corners. There we go. Get the yellow impact set up with a 3/8 socket, Alec. Well, I've got a 3/8 socket over here we can use actually. We can just run them down until they tap a little bit. Huh?
Are you gonna want to torque these at all?
I've got a torque wrench over here.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because I don't remember what we torqued them to.
30. Some people do 25, some people do 30. David said he liked 30, so we'll go with 30.
You know, Amarillo's not running with any spectators.
Things may change here before it's over with.
How do you know how much torque you're putting into it?
Because you can set it and it clicks.
Use the right terminology. Or I'm going to start calling them the thingies that connect the pistons to the crane.
That's my terminology.
I don't have a pipe plug for that either. I got to call Alec and tell him to make sure to get a 3/8 pipe plug. Hey, while you're there getting that water restrictor, you need to get us a 3/8 pipe plug. Because this intake's got a 3/8 port on it that's open, and I've got a 1/2 inch pipe plug, but I don't have a 3/8 pipe plug. Yeah, I'll text it to you so you don't forget. All right, bye. Yeah, this is a dual return spring on the carburetor so that anytime you let off the throttle, it snaps the throttle back into the closed position. And a lot of people just run the springs that you can go buy like at O'Reilly's or something where you put it around here and you go back and you tie it on to a bracket that's bolted to the intake. But we like these brackets here that bolt on because not only does it have the dual return and it snaps back real hard, but it has a throttle stop built into it. This is made by Willys. They make really good carburetors and carburetor parts. So we can adjust this to where whenever he's stomping on the gas out there racing and he hits full throttle, this hits the throttle stop instead of him basically banging on the carburetor shaft with the throttle pedal, which wears out the shaft in the carburetor and runs a $500 carburetor. So this is definitely a good part to buy because it's only like $39. We got to get this fuel pressure line hooked up, and then we got to drop a distributor in. Put it like that. We use stepper gauges in our car, which is, the stepper gauge technology is actually really cool. The old school stuff, you would have, if you had a fuel pressure gauge or an oil pressure gauge in your car, you would have to have a physical line going through your firewall all the way to where the gauge is at, and the fluid pressure would tell the mechanical gauge, you know, this is how many pounds of oil pressure you have and this is how many pounds of fuel pressure you have. With the stepper gauge technology, it has a small electronic stepper motor that's mounted at the firewall, and you have this fluid pressure going to the firewall but not inside the driver's compartment. So the fluid comes up to the firewall, and here is where the stepper motor picks up on the fluid pressure and then electronically tells the fuel pressure gauge or the oil pressure gauge how much pressure that you have, so that you never have to worry about a line rupturing inside of the driver's compartment and having your driver covered in race gas or oil or whatever the case may be. Basically, we're going to turn the motor around and until this number one cylinder is all the way at the top with the valves completely closed, piston all the way at the top of the cylinder, so that when we stab our distributor, it is done correctly. See, this part right here, you can't even buy this damn part. That's how special that part is. You need to tighten the top ones before you do the bottom ones. Getting them half.
A lot easier when you're in the car. Oh.
Where's the blue jet?
Oh, you bitch.
I'll use this other one because the jack's underneath the rear end.
I need to replace that wire that goes from the distributor base.
It's a bad wire.
Oh, it's loose. It'll stay in now that I do that.
Smell like syrup.
You want to taste it?
No, I'm good. Thanks for the offer.
Once we start this thing out, the water level will go way down, and then we'll have to put more. Let that down. All right. I'll use that as number one. Go over there, Alec. 8.
Did you get new plugs?
Plug wires and plugs. 4.
remember we had some problems with the plugs last year before.
Plugs or plug wires?
Plugs.
18443 65 is it 72?
Yeah. 143. Your turn. 6.
Probably the plugs.
We had to replace plugs probably 10 times last year.
Yeah. So then the plugs in. Because we had some blue ones.
You're talking about plug wires.
Oh.
These are plug wires. 6.
Well, which one you replaced?
7.
5. 7.
Plugs.
All right, get all the stuff off the car. Let me get the timing light out.
Got to go down.
Yeah.
About to go down.
Where's that dude?
Kennedy, would you go open that door, please?
The door
The
or
big
the
one.
garage door?
The garage door.
Yeah, just crack it.
No, it ain't. If it's, that shit's already gone. There ain't no dirt going through it.
Okay, do what?
Open up that door. There, shit.
Woo, can't wait.
Hook this ground over there to that hood pin.
Where does this plug in at?
All 4 of these clamps are tight.
Tighten those 2, and then you put those on. So I
Double check them.
Hey. Are we missing the clamp here?
No,
You didn't have that clamp?
no.
Well, I guess it don't matter because there's not a lot of.
It's an overflow.
Yeah, not pressure.
All right, now. Those are tight and they're lined up. Now this here, that's a good spot. That's tight too. Now the only thing that's left to do is for us to just set the height of your pedal.
Do you want to tighten that rod a little bit?
This?
Yeah.
I know I need to tighten this nut. There we go. All right. It's tight, it's safe. Here. Stick the throttle rod back to the hole and get those lines in the bolts. We'll put that back together.
Got it.
Is it on the bolts?
No, not yet, but I need to get the rod, so.
Well,
Okay, I'm ready for it.
all right, now. Let me have it back. We don't need to cut any of that thing off that. I just need to tap it. Right quick, get these tires put on. Sounds like a winner, man. No, I completely understand. Wow. I know you got a lot to run. Well, I kind of figured that.
I always keep my hand there.
back around here. That's plenty. Too much. I gotta be able to move it to set timing. There. Actually, no. That clears the damn air cleaner. Nice. Alright. Everything looks good over here.
So yeah, just drop it a hole.
Run for the motion. Yeah, hold on. What?
I'm trying to get it started, it's just flooded.
It's flooded.
It works.